According to a new study, while many other animals in the same landscape have benefited from this conservation work, some have actually lost out. The study shows efforts to protect the giant panda have failed to safeguard other large mammals sharing its habitat. Leopards, snow leopards, wolves and also Asian wild dogs have almost disappeared from the majority of protected areas. Researchers say the number of these predators are dwindling due to logging, poaching, disease, and their loss could lead to major shifts or even a collapse in the ecosystems. Let's get more analysis on this now, and Jason Gilchrist joins me now. He's an ecologist and a lecturer at Edinburgh Napier University in the UK. Great to have you on the programme. Welcome to you. Explain to us, is it too late to save these other animals, the leopards, the snow leopards, the wolves, the Asian wild dogs, and what is their threat level?
The threat level is high. So the study that was reported in Nature, Ecology and Evolution was looking at the distribution of these large carnivore species. In some cases, so you mentioned the Asian wild dog, they are in big trouble. So there were only 4 records out of over 1.5 million camera days that were conducted over 73 reserves. There were only 4 photographs taken of the Asian wild dog. So they're the species that was surveyed that's in the biggest trouble. It's not so bad for snow leopards. Snow leopard camera recordings were substantially higher. So it's fair to say that all 4 of the species that you've mentioned are all in big trouble and require concerted conservation efforts over and above what's been put into action for the panda, which clearly isn't working for these guys.
And Jason, when you say they're in big trouble, how many years, what kind of timeline are we talking about?
It's really difficult to put a number on that, particularly because the study that's been conducted is very much looking at occurrence rather than at density of the population per se. So we don't actually know how many individuals are within those areas. But one of the conclusions, based on the very low number of camera records of photographing these large carnivores, is that it's quite possible that in particular the wolf and the dhole, the Asian wild dog, that they're what ecologists call functionally extinct, which is a little bit like the living dead, and that you have a small number of individuals who are living in the area, but for their long-term survival of the species within that protected area or that geographical area, that they are very unlikely to be sustainable in the populations. So timeline, it's really difficult to say. I suppose the key message from the paper that comes out is that that this information needs to come through. We need to try to determine what the populations of those large carnivores are on the ground, and there needs to be conservation action targeted at those species. Otherwise, it's inevitable that they won't just be functionally extinct, they'll be completely extinct. But yeah, putting a number on that's really hard.
Jason, we hope that doesn't happen at all. Jason Gilchrist speaking to us from Edinburgh Napier University. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.